today, and it's a video as well. We hope you like it, because it is a bit scary if you're with children, but don't have to look after them well. Thank you.
You'll have to forgive me, you've caught me slap bang in the middle of my tech rehearsal. You see, I'm putting on a show in my living room, all about my childhood. I know what you're thinking. Rob, that sounds really self-indulgent, correct? Curtain up, the stage is set for me. I have got the show for you to see. It's really great, it isn't great, cause it is all about, well, kind of me. I'm so chuffed to be here with you all, even though ask my mum. Now I put her through the ringer and then some. And now it's time to set the record straight. As I said, not straight. Anything is possible and the stage is your living room. Anything is possible with umbrellas, a suitcase and a broom. Use your imagination, there's magic up your sleeve. Tinkerbell, yes, anything is possible if you just believe. A few months ago, my dad got a VHS player. You remember these? They're the things you used to put cassettes in. Cassettes. No, not Cosette, she's a soprano. Why did your family do this absolutely reckless thing, you ask? Well, you see, the Madges were feeling very nostalgic, so we rooted through the cupboards, found some dusty cassettes, and thought we'd put them to good use. Back in June, we found a video on a tape. Vintage, yes, I know. It's sort of sad for me and Dad. We put on quite the show. I say we, it was all my idea. We had props, costumes, wigs galore. Now I'm here, the budget's shit, but sure, like Oliver, I'll leave you wanting more. So just think of happy things, love, hope, and you're flying without wings. They can't cope. Follow the star, soar, and you will see the magic bursting out of me. Anything is possible when the stage is your living room. Anything is possible with umbrellas, a suitcase, and a broom. Use your imagination, there's magic up your sleeve. Rub the lamp, and this you won't believe. In 2009, I was that gay that put on a Disney parade in my hall for my grandma. I had such high hopes, but unfortunately, it went hideously, hideously wrong.
It happened. Please, your cues open.
tragic tale. The show was bound to fail. Bert missed his cue, and Mickey Mouse was such a mess. The costumes went awry, and I said, why, God, why? The float got stuck, the bubble gun broke, Ariel's boobs stretched out to Basing Stoke. But that was then, and this is now. My new technique will show you how this shining star will take the stage by storm. And perform, Thank you for joining me for the revival of my, drum roll please, my Disney parade! But it wasn't just a parade, oh no. I turned the whole house into Disneyland. You could meet the characters.
And why you autograph off Mickey Mouse?
Yeah. Oh, would you like an autograph?
Oh yeah.
My grandma wrote the teacup. Mum learned to fly with Peter Pan.
I'm going to teach you to fly.
And Cruella de Vil was dressed in the finest couture.
She thinks it like a laugh.
Yes, I'm an only child. But that was over a decade ago now. It's been a long preview period, and we're finally ready to open properly. But to make sure my stage managers know what they're doing, to make sure my parents know what they're doing, I'm going to provide them with a little handbook. 7 steps. 7 like the sins, or the wonders of the world, or Henry VIII's wives and the swing. Step 1. Assemble your company. Me. Authentic casting is crucial. You've got to know where your actors come from. Let's start at the very beginning, as Connie Fisher once said. So, in the words of our most beloved West End star, Cheryl Cole.
Bitch! I'll give you that.
Let's just go back to the start. It's 1996. John and Jan, Mum and Dad, struggled for years to have a baby. Imagine the baker and his wife with Coventry accents. They finally find a cow as red as blood and a test tube as pure as gold, and they are with child. Unlike most straight couples, they decide not to have a gender reveal party. Allies. They choose to wait and see what colour my bedroom wall should be. Pink, blue, rainbow. I blame Mum and Dad entirely. Ever the forward thinkers, they decide to wait and see until I'm born as to what my name should be, so they give me a gender-neutral one. They refer to me as Charlie.
Charlie, when you're older and you're watching this video, boy or girl, we still don't know.
And we still don't. A few days after this video is taken, Charlie is born but comes with a willy, but that matters, so is then called Robert. which is unfortunate, but my mum's maiden name was Roberts, so I sort of accept the binary purely because of Jan's narcissism. It's a Friday afternoon. The current #1 plays over the hospital radio, a soft classical tune. I really, really, really want to ziggy zig. And my dad, well, he makes a remarkably astute observation.
You'll be rubbish at football, cricket, but you'll be bloody good in a pub.
Rubbish at football I am. Here's my first match. Doesn't want to be in my hand, does it? No matter how hard I try. Never really liked football and stuff. Take my first time ever on a stage. Panto at the Wolverhampton Grand. You know, the bit when Buttons gets the precocious kids in the audience on stage to sing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. I'm one of those kids. I'm wearing a Leicester Tigers top. They're a rugby team. I never watched the rugby either, but I saw the tiger and thought, perfect, always loved Princess Jasmine's little pet. Buttons goes, rugby, eh? What position do you play?
Tackle.
Leicester Tigers. Way, you're 5 and now 2,000 people are laughing because you don't know what a rugby position is. Hope you're traumatised. Here's Christopher Biggins with a goodie bag. I digress. It's not long before the camera becomes my best friend. Bit like Fleabag, but without the anal. Yes. I soon developed quite the catchphrase.
Are you filming? I'm filming.
No. Well, if I say yes, then you'll want to stand in front of the lens.
Dad?
Yeah?
You filming?
No.
I'm filming. I'm filming. I'm filming. I'm filming. You are, aren't you? Are you filming? Are you filming? Dad, are you filming? Dad, are you filming? You're not speaking about me, though.
All the above is duly reflected in my school report. 2001. He makes good use of language to imagine and recreate roles. 2002. Robert loves playing in the imaginative play area and acting out his favourite stories. 2003. Robert still enjoys playing in the play area and dressing up. He uses scissors and glue carefully. 2004. He still loves to be in the role play area versus one of his favourites. 2005. Ooh, Comic Sans. Robert joins in with PE activities, although he does not have a great deal of enthusiasm for this area. Told you. The difficulties that Robert had establishing friendships last year. It's around the time I start school that I become obsessed with Cinderella. Good Cinderella. The 1997 Whitney Houston Cinderella. At lunchtime, the other kids sprint to the playground to play rounders or to try and be Brooke Wyndham with a skipping rope. But as I don't have a great deal of enthusiasm for that area of the curriculum, I stay here in the imaginative play area and act out my favourite story.
I'm a girl, mingle mad for love's a game I can play with a cool and confident kind of air. Just as long as I stay in my own little corner, all alone, in my own little chair.
Mortified at the idea of his sons spending their lunch breaks trying to be brandy as Cinderella, my dad tries to take control of the situation, tries to get me into the normal things, football and stuff, toy cars, historical museums.
No, not Cinderella.
Jesus Christ, no, not Cinderella! So I come from humble beginnings. I make a short but sweet attempt to fit in. But when a museum becomes a costume department, there's only so much you can do. This takes us nicely into step 2. If you want to help your children put on a parade, find the costume that works for you. After years of fashioning my dad's Oakland athletics top into Peter Pan's tunic or Winifred Sanderson's dress, I figure it's time for an upgrade. And I finally get my first proper costume in a tale as old as time.
I am the master of this castle. You do as I say.
Read you a story.
You don't know there's a library here.
This is called Treasure Island.
That was not very good. No, I need the sound.
Beauty and the... I've come to take your man to the asylum.
No, you don't shout like that.
I've come to take your...
No, that's not right.
I've come to take your father to the asylum.
No, there's no asylum or tank. I've come to collect your father.
Take 2.
No, it's not take 2, honest. Oh, it's monstrous appetite.
It's what?
The magic leather tunnels I will kill the beast. Turn to the hand.
Magic one.
Oh, smell. No, you don't do that. And I say, stop it. And let's hold hands.
Can only apologise to the supporting cast. But this beast costume is sort of a coming-of-age moment. It's 2002. Dad's just got back off a work trip. He carries a Disney store bag. I race over to it. Please be the bell dress. Please be the bell dress. Knew you always wanted the beast outfit. Thing is, when we go shopping, there's nothing about the beasts or princes that spark my interest. What I really want is that yellow bell dress. Only problem is that's in the girls' section of the shop. I don't think Mummy will be too pleased you're coming home in that. So sorry, thought it was Buzz Lightyear. Sorry, long day fractions. Dizzy playing heads down, thumbs up. So sorry. My mistake. Christmas time. I'm watching the Birmingham Hippodrome panto when I see, out of the heavens, descending from a rhinestone moon, Maleficent. I'm bewitched. She's bedazzled in this dark purple, huge collared gown, and these horns that in my eyes go up to the gods. I know what I need to do. I need to be Maleficent. She could be played by anyone. She won't be in the girls section. She'll be in the anybody brilliant and powerful section. Turns out there is no section. It's just the same old 2 options. But then, on Christmas Day, I unwrapped this.
Oh my God, all the weeks. They just kept lying out on the floor, getting your measurements. It took up weeks.
You made this.
You don't know. Because my sweet lot of hair on
If it needs adjusting at all, I'll do it.
It's a bit big, Rob.
Maleficent is one of the characters that didn't make it to the parade first time around. She will make an appearance this time. My grandma, or Granny Grimble as she's known on equity, Grandma was already taken. She's always hard at work behind the scenes, and when she makes me this Maleficent outfit, I know that it's a stepping stone to what I really need. So, When I decide to put on a Disney parade in my hall, I phone Granny Grimble, as I always do, at 6:30 p.m, just after the weakest link. Anything before 6 costs a ring on the landline. And I ask her a question. Why is it only a choice of two? Why must the labels say pink or blue? There's a whole spectrum where there can be happiness. So Granny Grimble gets to work, and I sing with feeling. A prince in his armour that's shining so bright. Yet in that shine there's a dim in your light. The image of strength that you're taught to convey. Is this who I should play? Shame this illusion's made, conjured by mind so small. But we know well that it's all a big spell, and it's rags that are worn at the ball. Lights, why is it only a choice of two? Why must the label say pink or blue? There's a whole spectrum where I found my happiness. Wasn't afraid to see everything I could be when she made me my yellow dress. So, find the costumes that work for you. And if you can't, phone your grandma after the weakest link, she'll sort it out. Thank you. Step 3. If you want to help your children put on a parade, use your imagination. A party popper becomes a pyrotechnic. A bubble gun becomes Ariel's grotto. And a throw becomes a front cloth.
1. Peter Pan, Act 2. Peter Pan, the balloon act.
The technical term for this front cloth is the settee curtain. A vital part of any RDM production, the name of my theatre company, my initials. If a show does not have the settee curtain, is there any point doing it in the first place? Doesn't matter! Devil's in the detail, John. Other than that, the production levels are always very advanced, so although Winifred Sanderson might not have a settee curtain, she can still fly.
He's going to be on stage, isn't he?
Mystic Meg, my grandma. I take great pride in preserving the magic behind these special effects. Grandma, sign this NDA. My technique as an illusionist is really quite simple.
Let's video Daddy, just video me. Don't video him. Don't video him live. Think about monkeys. Monkeys. Monkeys.
No.
No,
Once more.
come on, we have to fly to Neverland. Quick, Tinkerbell, get pixie dust. On the side.
That's what happens when you don't have a tech. I think Dad's still triggered by the word drumroll, please. but this face plant traumatises me. Never again will RDM production suffer such technical difficulties. This is my rehearsal schedule for The Wizard of Oz. See? 6 probe and tech, all accounted for. And we will not be waiting for Santa on Christmas Eve. We will be having the dress rehearsal. And we will not be celebrating on Christmas Day. We will be having notes and clean-up. And please note, a photo shoot for posters, programmes, etc. will take place on the second day of tech rehearsal, Sunday the 5th of December during the tea break. Please ensure you are prepared for this. Dad. Always enjoyed The Wizard of Oz. Probably because I was sleeping under that rainbow. In fact, to close step 3, let's see what you've learned and put those imaginations to practice with a little bedtime story.
Tell a story, a love story, called The Wizard of Oz. A girl called Dorothy, Coco, a doggy. What?
Talk properly.
Is that a
Toto, her dog.
Toto, her dog? The sea roses. It's the roses or not. It's the roses or not roses. And she said the end was sitting. So I would take a row at the end, but it's not the ending. Because I haven't told about the monkeys. There was monkeys. I mounted, and she was dead forever. She was like a big lump. The wizard just Thursday back to camp. Some of them, but he goes without them. The dog sees a cat, and the witch bees dead, and that's the end.
Lovely story.
I know.
As lovely a story as that was, by this point I've exhausted all realms of my imagination and decide it's time to make my dreams of stardom a reality. But what next? Where do you go when it's time to take your craft seriously? Anything is possible when the... You should know it by now. Anything is possible when your family all sing your tune. You use your imagination. What is left to do? When anything is wrong. Drama schools for you. It's like my parents, you haven't a clue what to do with your flamboyant monster of a child. Send them somewhere that's full of them. Step 4. Stagecoach. Bit flat. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. You bend in the opposite direction, mate. March to the beat of your own drum. Yeah, if you're not picked to do the tap routine, try not to look quite so disappointed. 25 quid a week to slap my thighs. First ever solo this. Quite monumental. And then film the floor. Back now. Fucked it. One shot. Very worthy. Oh, sorry, no, I didn't mean you see that. Sorry, Tyler. I'm sorry, stop. Do not watch me play Gavroche in the Lane Mr. Rob 25th anniversary. Stop my leg. Stop it! 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 Sorry. I don't know how that got in there. begins a lifetime of Les Mis.
I should have married your sister. Ain't it a laugh? Ain't it a treat? Hope not being here among the elite.
La 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 la.
Here comes a prince.
Hello.
There goes a Jew.
Right.
This one's a queer, but what can you do? Not for me, I can assure you.
Tell you what, Eponine's got nothing on my storyline. Step 5. Find your muse. In this parade, as Belle, I'm going to have to fall in love with the beast. So, I'll have to substitute the beast with someone I actually fancy. This is acting. Don't worry if it's a bit complex industry. Cheryl can do it. So who better to substitute the beast with than my first crush? On my 8th summer, Stagecoach puts on a musical. It's the story of the Pied Piper. Now, I don't know what it is. It might be his red and yellow stripes. It might be his flute. No. But I fall deeply and madly in love with the Pied Piper of Hamelin. He first caught my eye when he played Raoul in the Phantom Megamix. But when I see him play that pipe, I experience an epiphany like no other. He came out on the stage and my little heart flew out of its cage, because his burning eyes and his Tamagotchi awoke me. He sang his little song, and in my eyes he could do no wrong. When he tapped his way across that village hall, it shook me, and I knew in that moment my life had become clear. It all made sense why I was so tense. It's 'cause I was a queer. When he saved the children from the rodent infestation, when he made a deal with the bear, what a sexy negotiation. When he played that instrument, I fell for him. How cute! The Pied Piper of Hamelin and his flute. Well, just like that, all that was once blurred on the camera lens suddenly comes into full focus. I mean, the clues were there. It started when my great auntie Ev was talking about a neighbour's cystoscopy over Christmas dinner.
The sound in the 52 of your playlist.
Jack Ryder, Bray Cox.
Wedding plans, I would wear this gown and we'd be holding hands, and the bells would ring, and then right on cue he'd kiss me. I'd see Mum shed a tear and began to be cheering with his pint of beer, and our honeymoon would be somewhere posh like Derby. Yet I find myself thinking my love feels like a sin. Why should I care? It's a simple affair, just a kiss in Hamelin. But don't fall for a piper when you're still in a diaper. Babe, it's not you, it's me. You're in early stages, and that's the age of phases. And at Stagecoach, I'm in stage 3. And so we part ways. No, the stars don't align, but I'll still wish on the twinkliest one that we'll live what I rent in Burton on Trent. And though that dream may never be, I'll always remember when he said the children from find your own. Could even be a Pied Piper of Hamelin. And is Robert is a quiet member of the group who always works hard and tries his best. That's what the stagecoach reports say. Just a little more confidence needed. Must have got me mixed up. See, the thing is, stagecoach coincides with year 3 of primary school. Not the best of times. Shame, really. I was so excited to start as well, like a precocious little Matilda.
Hello? Come on then, let's have a look. Stand there. Right then. Who's a smart boy?
Me.
Right, and why are you all smart today? You're going to school. So you're a grown-up boy now. It's Tuesday, the 9th of January 2001.
Yeah. I didn't know January.
Yeah? Do you want to go and get your school bag out the hall?
Oh, yeah.
Show us your school bag.
Who's a funny old man?
Turn around, take a look at the back. Wow!
So I'll put your clothes in there if you want them, alright?
Like a lot of us, I'm sure, school could be better. Some of the year 6 lads who don't quite understand the boy that's not into the normal things take it upon themselves to beat the shit out of me behind bike sheds on a regular basis. Well, I break the news to mum and dad. You give my mum the option of fight or flight, and she will fight. She marches straight up to that school. Hello, I'll be working here now. So she gets some shifts in as a dinner lady. Watches over me like some kind of hawk in a hairnet. She wants me to feel safe. It's only friends, his mom. So mum doesn't know what to do, so she arranges a meeting with my teacher. If your son didn't spend so much time as Cinderella in the imaginative play area, he might make some friends. That's what my teacher said. Just before the summer holidays, I get my school report. Robert needs to be careful that his dramatic facial expressions don't upset some of his peers, as this will not help him maintain friendships. A few years before this, my 5th Christmas, I'm at the school disco. There's a girl there from year 4 wearing this Santa hat, but not just any old Santa hat. A Santa hat with plaits. Santa with luscious locks. I grab a Ribena. Head over. Lottie? Yeah? Where'd you get your Santa Claus hat from? Woolworths. Dad, we must go to Woolworths. We must go now. There's a Santa Claus hat and I simply must have it. So that Christmas I wear that Santa hat because that makes me happy. But then a few years later you're told that it shouldn't. So you stop being Cinderella in the imaginative play area. It shouldn't. So you stop asking Lottie where to get your Santa Claus from. it shouldn't. So you stop putting on shows in your living room because that won't help you make friends. So then you're the quiet member of the group. Just a little more confidence needed. Like that. Pack off the suitcase and the hat. You are a boy, no use for that. Pack off the glitter, wig and dress. Didn't they bring you happiness? All of the treasures of my past. Shouldn't have thought that it could last. So pack off the homemade cartoon art. Pack off the pieces of my heart. Shouldn't have been so bold at school. Shouldn't have always played the fool. Belting my heart out proud and strong. Who knew such things could be so wrong? People use words that cut and sting. Think of the pain your words can bring. Why be so cruel when you could sing? One tiny word spoils everything. So pack up the suitcase and the hat. Never will you have you that. Pack up the hand-sewn yellow dress. It brought me so much happiness. All of the treasures of my heart. I should have known it wouldn't last. So pack up the homemade cartoon art. Pack up the pieces of my heart. Pack up the pieces of my heart. I pack everything away. I get quite good at it. Putting things into little boxes and forgetting about them. And for a while I do the normal things, football and stuff. That's what I'm taught to do. And just when I think I've got everything figured out, enter my dad's parents. Christmas 2004. My dad's parents, my nan and granddad, build me something special. They dress it up as though we're about to surprise my Auntie Debbie with a present.
Come in, Robert, bring Debbie in to have a look at it. Yeah, Debbie, you like this?
That's nice. Thank you. Granddad.
And in there, watch this, Robert.
Little friends.
For you. Gently.
Oh, that is brilliant.
You know how long your granddad and Nanny has spent on this, Robert? Months and months and months.
Yeah, the white ones are better, Robert. Now, one gently, the other one just do that. Now, listen to the shots. It's on the guitar. Here they come. And then the black ones, again, to close it. And do it gently. Oh, he's going to have us. And this goes over the top to black it all out so they can't see it. So, you'll note the clips. Clips K1 and L14.
There's pockets there. There's pockets.
There's pockets! There's even pockets here! There's fucking pockets here!
Is there any way for a bottle of pop? Is there a cup holder? No pint, please, Robert.
Does everyone want to come and see the backstage?
Gosh, she's brilliant, Robert. You give your nan and granddad a big hug for that.
Nanny's made all the costumes. She spent hours sewing. Come and give them a big hug.
Thank you!
Yeah. That's on the sponge. Oh, it's sponge.
Come down, painting eggs and sewing.
I'm sure I got that on video.
And would you like a nice cookie?
The thing is, you can never pack everything away. Not really. Now, you can try as hard as you like, but eventually you'll be reminded of who you are. You'll be reminded with pockets and pockets to put the pockets in, and blackouts and wigs made of wool. Grandad sits me down. Robert, if a teacher tells you you can't be Cinderella in the imaginative play area, she can be. Or he can be. Or they can be, because you can be anything with these. And most crucially, if a teacher tells you you're dramatic, you may as well run with it and build yourself a theatre. Step 6. Find your stage. This puppet theatre became mine, for a while anyway. Safe in my own little box, in my own little corner. And if you allow us to have our stage, magical things can happen. Because I was allowed, my little corner grew wider and wider.
The Scissor Sisters it was, and I Don't Feel Like Dancing. Well, now, I've been looking forward to this for some considerable time, because with me now is Robert Madge, who's currently living a life very few 9 or 10-year-olds would ever dream of. Because Robert is appearing nightly in London's West End as part of the cast of Mary Poppins. When did you first think that an actor's life was something you'd quite fancy?
Just my dad. It was down to my dad. Because he was doing theatre shows at home, and I really enjoyed them. And then I went to Stagecoach, and from there I just developed onto it. I just love it.
Was there not something else you would have sooner done, like, you know, playing outside or playing on your computer games or something, acting?
That sort of person. I don't really like football and stuff. I do like riding around my bike occasionally. I like going to the park and stuff. But yeah, I think acting's really good.
More than really good. More than acting, it's home. Pretending to be someone else is how I could be myself. And apparently, down to my dad, really. So recently, I asked Dad, how did this all start?
I think I finished work early once, and I can remember walking in, and your nan literally whipping something away from you, and shoving it into the, like, she had this little poof that I sit on there. Oh, look, I said, what's that? And she said nothing, and she was smiling, saying, it's nothing. So was it? She said, we're just playing. She said, and it was all flat.
It was a wool wig.
A what?
A wool wig. She made me wigs out of wool.
It was like cream black.
It was wool, yeah.
And Mum was, he loves it, and he likes all the dressing up and whatever. So then I was like, have you got soldier outfit? And that, I think it was like 12, 18 months later, I bought you the beast outfit. Fucking hell, that's expensive. Hopefully, it is that way in time. I can change it with this outfit. Instead of buying him Belle, I'll buy him the beast.
Okay. You do your best. But I think there comes a point where you have to give up trying. Too much energy. There's no stopping this wool wig. And you've learned. Let's go back to the beginning, Dad. Remember what you said when I posted that video of when I turned the house into Disneyland? When I posted this video online, it came to my surprise that mine was a familiar story. So many people put on shows in the living room. So many people fell in love with Pied Pipers. So many people built their own stages when others said they couldn't, all in their own brilliant, different ways. And then I got a comment from a parent. My beautiful little girl is now an extremely handsome little boy. I'm blessed to have him as my son. He is such a sweetheart with the most beautiful soul. Unfortunately, once we came out to his friend's parents, everyone turned their backs on us. He has no friends. Can't ever have birthday parties because nobody will come. I love my son so much. Once I was lost for words. So it's Dad that responded. If our only duty as parents is to allow our kids to be what they want to be, then it makes parenting pretty easy, in my opinion. That's it, innit? Simple. Here I am trying to do a whole show about it, and Dad does a better job in one sentence. I suppose I can forgive Bert for missing his cue. There's a lyric in Beauty and the Beast. We don't like what we don't understand. In fact, it scares us. I don't think a kid wearing a wool wig is that terrifying. Some parents do. I mentioned that I'm a test tube baby. Mum and Dad tried for 6 years, lots went wrong. But when I eventually decided to turn up after a third round of IVF, Granny Grimble said this.
I think a baby waits
A baby waits for you. Well, my parents were worth the wait. I wish it were the same for everyone. Like Dad says, parenting can be pretty easy. So why not put on a parade? I think we're ready to have another go. But before we do, we must finish this handbook. Step 7. My child's a queer, what can I do? The burning question on everyone's lips. And the answer? Dunno, roll with it. Maybe there is no handbook. Maybe there are no steps. How about we shift the narrative? My child's a queer, what can I do? Your child's a queer, I'm jealous of you. If queerness means joy and happiness, and you choose to miss out on happiness, that's weird. Because that's the handbook. Happiness. Waste paper baskets and curtains on rails, magically turn into Neverland sails. So many wonders for you to achieve. Oh, if you believe, don't be afraid if you don't understand. They will feel safe if you're holding their hand. Doesn't take much, just a simple idea. Oh, no need to fear, so go to the show. Don't leave it too late, for soon they will stay. Oh, we will be loved anyway. The last show I ever did in my living room had projections. If you're old enough to put together a set design on Windows Movie Maker, you're probably too old to be performing as Ariel, be a grandma. Now be Ariel, let your child be Ariel and Peter Pan and Mary Poppins and fuck any teacher or anyone who says that they can't. With those kids, I'm not alone. There's a whole community behind that settee curtain, always was. It all starts in your living room, and who knows, they might grow up with pride. And that's magic. Unpack that suitcase and get out the hat. Make magic wands out of any old tat. Throw all that glitter up high in the air. Oh, and you'll be there. You raise your children, now let them raise you. Open your eyes to a new point of view. We're all here waiting, you won't be alone. Oh, it starts at home, so go to the show. Don't leave, it's too late, for soon they will grow. Think of the magic that you can create. There's joy to be had if you choose to look. And even for those that decide not to stay, oh, we will be loved anyway. And some people may think that you're wrong, and some people may fill you with shame, but the shame is on them because they just need to see the world that could be, the world where our joy isn't just fantasy. Go to the show, don't leave, it's too late. Soon they will grow. Think of the magic, there's joy to be had if you choose to look. And even for those that won't join the parade, we will be loved anyway. We will be loved. We will be loved anyway. We will be loved anyway.
Divided down makeup with paint. It's paint.
Yeah, it didn't look
Which
that
is a bastard.
high-end, to be honest. You weren't
Which
paranoid.
is a bastard to get off.
Yeah.
Burned your skin.
Yeah.
And that was it then. You just went then. You just went, you know that expression?
Like a moth to a ball.
No, you were given the baton, you just ran with it.
Yeah, but I needed the baton passed to me in the first place, and not many dads pass the baton.
I think it's only fair that we play a favourite of yours from the show. Why do you love the finale so much? Or is it, this is the finale, isn't it?
Well, this is the last song.
Right.
It's the one that proves that the children have learned lots because all the characters of the show come and join in and they're all lovely and dancing in the heavens, singing a beautiful song.
Oh, very nice. That's why you enjoy it?
Yes.
Brilliant.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. RDM Productions proudly presents
It's Maleficent! Ladies, gentlemen,